Welcome to the very first Samotivation video episode. Let me just tell you, this episode is not going to be perfect. The video quality might not be perfect. The content might not be as good as I'd hope it is, but I'm going to try my best. And the aim of today's video is just to get myself to feel comfortable being on camera and seeing myself on camera and putting myself out there. Today's episode is about excuses. And if there's one thing that there's no shortage of on the planet, even if every single resource, energy resource, or any type of resource runs out, it is excuses. So let's look at some of the excuses that I have as to why I shouldn't be doing today's video. I have no experience making YouTube videos. I don't know how to use this green screen behind me. No friggin' idea, for real. It's the first time I ever come into contact with the green screen. It's the first time I touch a green screen, as a matter of fact. I don't know how to use this projector. No friggin' idea. I don't know how to use this professional camera here, let alone my phone camera right here, because I have no idea where to look in the camera. Is it this thing? Is it this thing? There's too many things that look like a camera on the front of my phone that I don't know which to use. By the way, fun fact, on the day that I wanted to start recording and learning how to use this professional camera here, this professional Canon camera, I found out that somebody broke it, so the screen is not working. So if somehow fate brings us together, person who broke the camera, and you see this YouTube video, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful that you broke this camera. You broke the camera and I can't use it. God bless you. God bless your soul. Again, I don't know how to use the projector, the second projector like the first one, and I don't know how to use this chair. I don't even know how to adjust the chair. So bear with me as we go through today's very first Samotivation. I was going to call it a fail episode, but again, that's too obnoxious of me to assume things that I don't know how they're going to work out in the first place. This video could become a big success or it could be a big failure, but I'm okay with both. So let's look at some of my excuses. Before we get to that, if Donald Trump could describe your excuses in 2 words, you know what he would say?
Fake news, fake news, fake news. Your excuses are fake news, fake news, fake news.
Because that's what they are in reality. Your excuses are fake news. Let's look at some of my excuses. I don't know how to start. Fair, I really don't know how to start. So I just started recording because that's the only way to figure out how to start something is by starting it. You don't need to have all the facts. I don't know how to use the equipment. Who's gonna watch me anyway? I'm not good looking enough to be on camera. I'm not good enough to be on YouTube. There's so much competition. There's so much content. What makes me think that I can make this work when so many others have tried who are smarter than me, better looking than me, have better content than I do? What makes me think that I can outdo all these people and create a YouTube channel? Why? Why do I have the audacity to think that way? Let's look at another excuse. As a lot of you know, I have my own podcast, the Samotivation Go to Bed Better Than You Woke Up self-improvement, self-enhancement podcast. And it's doing okay. Though I know it could be doing much, much better than it already is. What makes me have the audacity to think that I can create a YouTube channel when I can't even make my own podcast work properly? Let's look at another excuse. I know it's staring me somewhere in the face, but I can't remember what the excuse is. Oh, here's another one. What will people say about me? Why would people want to watch my videos? And people will judge me for it and they'll think, who does this guy think he is? Getting on YouTube when I can't get on YouTube myself. Why does this guy think he can do that? Shame on you, Sami. Shame on you. You think you can get on YouTube? You can't get on YouTube because this other person thinks that they can't be somewhere. They can't do the thing that they'd really like to do. So when they see somebody doing something that they'd really like to do, but they're not doing, I'm making this overly complicated. Sometimes I like to do that. I like to make things harder than they already are. Back to the point. By the way, random diversion warning. There will be many of those throughout the video because this is how my brain functions. It goes from point A to point B, then to point Z, then to point D, then to point F, then to point B again, then to point A. My brain functions in a very strange way sometimes. Anyway, back to excuses. So these are some of the excuses that you might be telling yourself whenever you embark on a journey where you're doing something that you would really, really love to do, but you don't have all the facts, you don't know how you're going to do it. And there's also a second type of excuse. The second type of excuse, number two, is the excuses, not the ones that you tell yourself, but the excuses that you internalize that other people tell themselves and then they tell you. For example, I really want to start a business or a YouTube channel. I have an idea that I'm so excited about. And I'm so impatient and I want to get things done and I want to get this. I want to start. People are telling me, you're going too fast. You're too energetic. What makes you think you can do that? You can't do that. You need to slow down. Slow down. You're going too fast. You're being too impatient. Patience is a virtue. Patience is not a virtue when you're trying to get things done. Patience is not a virtue. You want to get something done, you start doing it, even if you don't have the excuses. But this person will tell you all the reasons why. Let's take this YouTube channel, for example. Why this is not going to work out. Sami, there's so many people on YouTube, man. There's so much competition. Why do you think you can make this work? You can't make this work. Why would people watch you anyway? Oh, you could get some followers, some views just because you look like Drake with your beard and haircut, but nobody's gonna watch you anyway, man. Look how many times I tried to make a YouTube channel and nobody watched my content. It takes people years and years and years to be famous and get on YouTube. What makes you think you can do it? You can't even hold your freaking phone camera right. Look at your angle. So there's that type of person too, who'll try to discourage you because there's something that deep down inside, you really want to do. But they will try to discourage you from it and stop you from doing it because when you take action, your actions point the finger towards all their fallacies, all their mistakes, all the things that they're doing or not doing that they know they should be doing. And it reminds them of their failures as well. So instead of them encouraging you, they add more fuel to the fire. It's hard enough already. I got my own excuses. Why are you giving me more excuses as to why this is not going to work out? Instead, you either support me or you don't. Or bye. If you don't support what I'm doing. Because when you're trying to do something big, or even small, but something that you'd really like to do, something that makes you feel content and happy, and people are talking you out of it, don't listen to them. It's just extra clutter, extra monkey chatter in your brain that you don't need, especially if you're trying to do something that you really want to do. So never ever listen to these people. And they will give you advice based on their own failures and their own pain and every type of advice that you get from somebody. So even the advice I'm giving you today, even with this video, right? I will give you advice based on my own biases, my own experiences, my own pain, my own pleasure, everything I've seen throughout my life is how I form the advice that I'm going to give to you. And many times when people can't make a specific sphere of their life work, and you want to make that sphere of your life work, they will give you advice as to why this sphere they're trying to make work will not work. For example, you want to make your business work. They couldn't make their business work, so they're going to tell you why you can't make your business work. They couldn't make their relationship work, so they're going to tell you why you shouldn't make your relationship work. Don't put any effort into this relationship. Because I couldn't make my own relationship work, so how dare you have the audacity to think that you can make your business, your relationship work? It's the same thing about your body. If you go to somebody for gym advice, for example, or diet advice, and they couldn't get into the shape that they wanted to get into, they couldn't follow a diet plan, they couldn't go to the gym, they weren't consistent enough, and you tell them, I'd really like to change my body, I'd really like to gain 5 kilograms of muscle mass, or I'd like to lose 5 kilos, or I'd like to really improve my bench press, or I want to get more fit, I want to start doing more cardio. They're going to tell you all the reasons why you should never do that, why you shouldn't do that, and they're going to tell you all the reasons why it could go wrong, and it can't go right. Ignore them. Don't listen to a word they say. And if you can learn something from them, try to learn the things from their advice that'll push you forward towards your goal, as opposed to the things that will stop you from going there. And there's also all the social programming we have. All the comparison. We love to play the comparison game, especially if you're on social media, if you're an influencer. or if you're just a person who consumes content and likes to mindlessly scroll through social media and look at perfect Instagram filter, edited, immaculate pictures of women and men and cars and a lifestyle that is usually very frequently not even factually correct or anything like you see on there. Everything is covered under layers of makeup and Photoshop and Instagram filters. And all that this does is make us feel inadequate about ourselves. I don't like the fact that I have acne, for example. And that was one of the reasons why I'm like, I'm not good looking enough to be on a video. What makes me think I can be on video on YouTube? I don't have a six-pack body yet. So I shouldn't be on YouTube. I shouldn't make videos. And I decided that, you know what? I don't want to be a passive consumer of content on social media. If I'm going to be on social media, I want to be creating content. And I want to create content that gets people to think about their lives. I want to do something meaningful. I want to do something more than a 9-to-5 job. I want to do something that gives me pleasure, which is helping others. Helping others gives me immense pleasure. And it makes me feel good about myself. And if that is selfish, then I think that's a good selfish reason. It makes me feel good about myself. Helping others makes me feel good about myself. Helping others feel good helping others feel good about themselves makes me feel good about myself. Helping others reach their goals makes me feel good about myself and my own goals. What other excuses do we have? Oh, let's take a look at something. I think you guys will laugh at this, okay? So, this was the initial script that I had for today's episode. Topic to be determined. Title to be determined. And then I wrote a few things like some of the excuses I already had here. And I realized I don't need any of this stuff. The first step to doing anything that you like to do, the first step is check on my shoes. Taking the first step. As cheesy as that sounds. But that is the way. I kicked the chair and I was about to fall down. And probably ruin the green screen behind me as well. The first step to do anything that you'd like to do is to take the very first step. And that was today's first motivation YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely, making this video for you guys. And I think that with time, the quality will improve, my confidence in the video will improve, the energy will be much higher also. And once the person who broke the camera stops breaking cameras, if they ever do, and this gets fixed, then the quality will be even better because now I have access to this thing and the green screen that I don't know how to use and the projector, and I'm gonna have to learn how to adjust this chair. So thank you guys so much for watching today's very first motivation YouTube video. And please, I'm gonna sound cheesy like every other YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe link below. I want to get subscribers, please. Please hit the subscriber link. The subscriber button. I don't know where it is. Is it here or here or here or here? No friggin' idea. It doesn't matter. The point of this video was to make myself comfortable being on camera, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have an amazing day, and remember, its motivation motto is go to bed better than you woke up. Check the podcast out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher, and TuneIn. And of course, on the Motivation website, somotivation.com. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.